Well, boss man's on vacation. I didn't really know that. So today went fairly smooth. I didn't have to run and gun nearly as much. Apparently inventory's coming up. They're trying to hire a bunch of people, and right now they're letting some of the stalker people have more overtime. I'm still sneaking in with my overtime and just coming in and working. Well, you know, with the boss man not being here, he may not be here until Tuesday, which I think I can write it out, because if he shows up Tuesday, he's not going to send me home, and I work Wednesdays and Thursdays because the other people aren't there. And my goal is to make it to Friday. So I'm in my mind, worst case scenario is he's going to say, hey, you know, this can't do any more of this overtime stuff. And I say, oh, I'll say,
can I just work Friday? Can I just come in one more day?
He's off anyway. He might say, yeah, go ahead. And then I'll make what my goal is. Hopefully that does what I need for money. It is Sunday. I am going to go over to the storage unit because as soon as we defrost, as you can see, I do need a roll of toilet paper. You know, they don't really sell 2-ply single rolls at these places. There's only a 4-pack. So I think I still have like 2 more rolls left in storage from the 4-pack I got. Why waste the money? Do that. Even though we already checked it this week, going to check on the Fiat. And I got something I want to try and do. And I'll show you that when we get over there, as soon as we defrost. I say defrost, it's really defog, right? But catch up with you when we get there. Well, we are still defrosting. By the way, I did find my sunglasses. Check on the kitty cats while we're waiting. Well, I see Waddles has taken my spot, as has Happy. Oh, there's BMO on the right, so Happy, Waddles, BMO. Which means Grable is probably under the bed, laying on the batteries where she probably shouldn't, as usual. Yep. Don't let them fool you. It's almost 50 degrees out here right now. Trying to have some good sun. But since I don't really use the air conditioning portion of my air conditioner during winter, and I don't have a 12-volt fridge, I'm already in the 90% for my lithium. So, and that's after watching Supernatural on my TV yesterday, and I think I'll probably do that again. I'm either going to watch Supernatural or I'm going to cast something off stream. I paid $10 this month so I could upload some video, just because I couldn't get stuff edited and done on time at work, so I went ahead and did that. Plus I low-key wanted to see how that handles with casting anyway. We're just about defrosted. I'm going to get something to eat first. Since I don't have a way to refrigerate, I didn't buy a case of Coke, so I want a beverage. And I think we're going to go back to Jack's.
Hamburgers for 18 cents are so good, good, good. You'll go back to Jack for more.
Jack's.
Hi, can I get a number 3 with a large Coke, please?
And number 3, large size of the can, put out.
It's jelly, please. Grape jelly.
All right, it's going to be $7.57. See you at the window.
Thank you.
$7.57. There you go. $1 for that, okay?
Appreciate it. You too. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Got something a little bit different today. Although, if you guys are going to be missing the McRib, check this out. They have their version of the McRib too. We're going to go post up over here and eat the breakfast. This is used to be Circuit City, but it's a thrift store that we've come to before. But it's closed on Sundays, so it'll be a good spot to sit and enjoy our breakfast. The cup runneth over of hash browns and some ketchup. Awesome. Grape jelly. Straw for my Coke. In the clear packaging. Hey, this must be the real straw for my drink. Because, you know, I've been getting those giant milkshake ones. I bet you those are milkshake straws. They must have run out or something. Let's see. And now, see what we got. More great napkins. I got the bacon, egg, and cheese. So you know how I do it. I'm going to do a short of this and I'll come back to you after I've done that. Alright, all done making the short. Guys, you cannot beat the biscuits here, guys. It is such a fresh, soft, buttery biscuit. You got your bacon, you got your cheese, you got your fluffy egg right there. This is such a fresh biscuit. I was almost going to go to my usual place. Price-wise, though, when I was crunching it, other than not getting points, the prices were the same. And this is just a superior breakfast. See, it's real bacon. You can taste the buttermilk in this. Wow. And you already know, I'm going to like these. And quite frankly, the reason I came here, I had a Powerade Zero with a Red Bull mixed in for work. So I haven't had a beverage yet. I didn't have any in the van yesterday either, so. And in case you're wondering, this is nothing like Jack in the Box. But the food is the way you want your fast food. They got a $3 burger I might try later on. It's called a third pound or something like that. Alright, I'm going to finish this, then we'll get over to storage. Alright, we are here. There's the Fiat. Now I want to try to do something real quick here. I'll need a couple things. Crowbar. Bolt cutters. No, I'm not performing a heist, but these are the items that I hope will help me do what I need to do. Right, pardon the mess, but this is the reason I've been fiddling with this. I haven't vacuumed this since I started doing this, but this is the rails I installed many years ago now for a Ford Transit bench seat. The seat was removable, and I use I think they're called Great bolts, G8 bolts, and some JB Weld to install these things, and riv nuts. The problem I'm having is I took this and I got a few off, but the riv nuts are just loose enough now that you're just spinning with the bolt. So I am going to try and bolt cut through the Great bolts. I wish they were just standard bolts, but I really wanted to be super secure with this seat, with the seat belt and everything when I put it in. Thing is, I don't really need the bench seat as much as I need the space, and Wallows and I are constantly stubbing our toes on it. The other cats seem to be okay, but Wallows walks very heavy footed, and so if I'm barefooted back here or something, I'll stub my toe. It's not ideal. Now this did look a lot nicer earlier, but when it's wet especially, it tracks in all the dirt and the cat's footprints, and then some of their cat food spilled yesterday, so me trying to get this up has been an issue. So step one, going to put this crowbar underneath it, which should get it a better pull. I was kind of hoping maybe I could pry it rev nut out, but it doesn't like it's going to work that way. But it's up enough. Let me see if my bolt cutters are going to do it. I've had these bolt cutters for a long time. Let me see here. It's not getting under there like I'd like, so having trouble. All right, I brute forced it off with the crowbar, so pulled it straight out. So I'll need to patch those holes at a later date, and I will be taking the other one out too. I just won't do it today. When I get to another stopping point, I'll try the socket to get as many of them off as I can. Maybe I'll get lucky and that one comes off easy, but this is the main one that's been in the way. And for the time being, I think I'm going to try to get a floor mat of some sort, but I do eventually want to put in a wood floor because I've got a lot of unused space right here that I just throw stuff into. But if I can, once I clean it, it's got to be shop vac and everything, but when it comes all the way over to here, I'll have this much more space, which in this van will give it more room. So I'm gonna put all this stuff back in. For now, I think I'm just gonna, well, yeah, I think I'm just gonna toss the rail. So I'll toss the rail on the way out. Got to get what I need out of storage, and I'll plan on cleaning this up over the next couple days. Check that out. He's looking right at us. Hey, buddy. All right. Well, we're here for this. I gotta get my keys. This also means that that bench seat I have in storage is going to have to go in here very soon as well. This is actually kind of a bittersweet thing for me. I had to look all over for the chair. The chair rails I got online on eBay. But I was looking for a Ford Transit seat locally forever on Facebook Marketplace. Get rid of my trash too. Because basically, I needed a seat that had a seatbelt built in. Finally found one in Tuscaloosa, went over, picked it up with my son, painstakingly put it in. And it basically made it easy for me to travel with other people in the back seat there. So we had the two front seats that were up here, and then you could sit two more people in the back with a seatbelt. So I kind of wanted to keep it just because, you know, in a pinch I could install the seat anytime I wanted. But the truth is, those rails are just, they're beasts. They're thick, they're tall. Any flooring I try to put in, it would make the floor stick up above the lip of my doorway that leads to the back. So it's for that reason I have to let them go. So I got the first one out, which is the one that's in the way right now. The other one's kind of holding my folding table back a little bit, so I'm a little hesitant to take it out yet, but we'll see. I need to start making a little headway here and there on things I can afford to do, and I can afford to do free, right? All right, let me go find a place to post up, Breakfast is nice and warm in my belly. We got the rail thing handled, dumped some trash. Catch up with you in a bit. This little app thing of opening up the gate is always nice. And guys, cross your fingers that A, that I don't get in trouble for doing the hours the way I'm doing, and B, that I could get through at least this week of catching these extra hours before they tell me to stop. If my boss comes in on Tuesday, he might tell me to stop and just be like, well, just eat your Wednesday and Thursday. Or he might just say, this is the end, which I'd still like to get that Friday out of it. But if he doesn't say anything, I'm going to work that Friday, Saturday, and then starting that Sunday, I'll start working the 4 days. They've been starting to schedule me. They're the wrong days on my schedule, but they've been starting to schedule me for 4 days. The problem is it's like pretty much every day that's not my usual days. So I'm going to try going in for Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. I kind of hate that because I'd prefer to be off on Monday, Tuesday, because the weekends, you know, are a little crazy when I post up somewhere, and it's hard to get things kind of done versus the weekdays when I'm off. But we'll see. I'm actually going to try to do the schedule this way without saying anything to the boss. Like, come in on Mondays or whatever, I don't think there'll be a problem. But if I hit a day that I don't want to come in on a Monday, then I'm just not, because I'm not technically scheduled on the schedule. I don't know why that's not fixed yet either. But it's not. You know, the cats had to stay in the back pretty much all yesterday, just because of the nature of the beast. It was raining anyway, and it's a Sunday, so I'm going to try to go to that spot where I can just let them kind of roam, because it looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day. I think it's supposed to hit 60 or get pretty close, which in the van makes it really warm. So my goal is chill out, let them hang out in the front, give me time to clean the floor up, and then I'm going to sit back and watch some Supernatural. I've cracked into season 10. There's 15 seasons total. And if you guys are interested in that show, and maybe you haven't seen it, they just put it on Amazon Prime if you have a streaming service. Which, the reason I actually got my Blu-ray set originally was I didn't have, I think it was Netflix or Hulu, I forget. Back in the day, oh shoot, there's a cop. Alright, so we're not going to do what we're going to do. Alright, there's a cop parked in front of that 24-hour gym. I'm sure it's nothing, but I'm going to go ahead and pull out and go over by Dollar Tree. Even though that's where we were yesterday. I keep forgetting that's where we were yesterday. Hopefully he wasn't in the car and is watching me like pull away, but you know, it could be nothing. He could just be going in there. Like, if you're, a lot of times they give like discounts or whatever to first responders, and if they are like on duty or something, oftentimes, you know, they'll park their car right in front of the building in case they get a call, because the engine looks like it's off and everything. But there's no reason for me to take that chance, you know what I mean? Like, try to be a smart van lifer. And we were already at Dollar Tree and Home Depot earlier, although I do have a reason to go to Dollar Tree. I wouldn't mind catching one more beverage, because, you know, this drink right here, they put a lot of crushed ice in it, so it's already emptied out. But if I go chill over here somewhere, because if he's at the gym, he won't last longer than 2 hours, right? I mean, unless he's just a machine. And then I'll come back over here. Maybe I'll go into Dollar Tree and grab a beverage and maybe something sweet, you know me, and then come back around. It is almost 8:30 though. I hate wasting gas the way I'm doing here, but alright, I'm going to catch up with you. I'm probably going to go over to Dollar Tree real quick, catch a beverage and stuff, and chill out in their parking lot until maybe like, give it about an hour. Alright, catch up with you later. I'm at Planet Fitness. It just occurred to me that I haven't taken a shower yet, because I didn't take one yesterday. I didn't take a proper one yesterday. I did a soap and washcloth thing in our family room after we closed at my job. But they close early, so they'll be closed before I wake up to get ready for work. So right now it's kind of my only shot, because I'm going to go to sleep around noonish, or between noon and 3 is when I fall asleep. So I should go in and get a good shower in. Now I am going to start using the gym. I told myself that after this next week is done, then my hours should be a little bit more regular and not every day, and I'll start making a routine of going to the gym, because I really do need to hit that gym like I was, because that makes me feel a lot better too. So I'm going to go inside, we'll take a nice hot shower and everything. Then we're going to go from here. I'm going to go to Dollar Tree. I am going to grab at least a drink, and that should give enough time. If that police officer is just there to work out, he should be gone. And we'll see how it works, because I really want to park over there, because I want to let the cats get up in the cab and enjoy themselves, and then I'll have the back end I can straighten up, because the floor may look bad, and underneath my table where the cooler used to be, everything's kind of just laying there, but overall my bed's made, everything's being wiped down and everything. It's just that floor accumulates dirt really fast, because when the cats eat, I don't know, they are the messiest eaters I've ever seen. So there's always cat kibble that falls on the floor. They're cats, so they kick things over. If you put something on the table and it's left, you know, unattended, Waddles will yeet any old fork or spoon out of the way and just look at you like, look what I did. So that's just a small space with 4 cats and a human. So get that straightened up a little bit, and I'm going to probably wait till payday still, but I am going to at least get that mat. It's like, I think it's like $25, but it's a rubber, it's almost like an industrial mat they have at Home Depot. I think I showed you guys in one of the videos, but basically it's like the mats they put down when it's about to rain, or inside when you walk in a convenience store, those big floor mats or whatever with the rubber on the bottom and the carpeting kind of on the top. So real easy and industrial. Should cover up the space. I need to measure it to make sure. It should cover up those holes for me and everything else. I will be patching those holes, and I'll be patching those fairly soon. I should have grabbed a can of my leftover spray paint to spray over the bare metal so it won't rust, and I'll have to do that fairly soon too. Alright, you guys know I like the yap, so that was the yap. I need to start working on keeping my words more concise and stop having things get repetitive, but I am going inside Planet Fitness, and I will catch up with you later. I am back from my shower. I am technically in the same clothes though, because I thought I packed my shorts in my gym bag, but apparently I didn't. So fresh underpants, and I technically had a fresh shirt, but I'm like, if I'm gonna wear my same work pants, I might as well wear my same work shirt. I'll change in the back when I get to time to go to bed's time, which you guys know I kind of when it's time to go to sleep. Back of the van. That's what I like about this little blackout wall I made. Alright, I'm going over to, let's head to Dollar Tree. You know, I really do appreciate Planet Fitness a lot more now that I'm a van lifer. And I do want to start going back and working out at the gym again. Like I said, it's just, I don't want to risk, I know it sounds dumb because I don't spend a long time in there, but I don't want to risk injury or aggravating things. I'm in my 50s, and you know, I'm not the fittest man on earth style 50s guy. I do like going to the gym. I used to go almost 7 days a week and stuff, and just really lift really heavy back in the days of the gym I used to go to. Then I hurt my back, and that's when I started losing muscle because I couldn't do I couldn't do the stuff that I wanted to do, so I didn't do anything. And then when I went back, I realized I lost muscle that it wasn't as easy to get back as it used to be. And you know, when you like lifting heavy, it's not as fun to not see any muscle gain kind of thing. If money weren't an issue, I'd probably, you know, get on a little bit of a testosterone cycle and stuff just because of my age, but that's not in the cards right now. But you know what is affordable? Coca-Cola. So I'm gonna go get myself a Coca-Cola. Regardless of whether somehow I end up working every day the week after next, I'm gonna start going to the gym. Like right now, the way I got the job situated, I'm not tearing my body up that much. My feet will hurt after a while. Like, you know, some days when I go into work, if my feet are hurting, I'll just switch out to wearing my Crocs. If it's a day I know I'm going to do a lot of, you know, pallet moving or something like that, where there's just a lot of stuff on the floor, I'll wear my steel toes. But if it's one where I know it's going to be kind of a chill, like say the boss man's off, I just get the sweeping and cleaning and scrubbing and stuff done. It's going to be a lot of walking, but nothing dangerous. I'll switch out to my Crocs. I like Crocs. Do they look silly? Yes, they look silly. But they are so darn comfortable. But, you know, I am taking creatine, and I am seeing, like, some gains just from taking it, as far as this little bit of movement and stuff isn't like a crazy workout that I'm doing. It's a lot of walking. I got, like, crazy amounts of steps doing this job. But not as much now that they start putting me on the auto scrubber, but even just from that, I could feel like my muscles, like, recovering and tightening more, so I can actually feel my muscles again. So I am curious that if I just get, you know, a regular workout in 3 to 4 times a week, you know, I'm not going to see crazy gains. So there's not a real big reason for me to go crazy and fatigue. Now I say 3 to 4 times a week, but for the most part, I could go every day and just work a different muscle group. I'm not training so hard anything's getting overtrained. And you know, I'm not the guy that's going to stick to any crazy regimen right now, so this is too much information. I was trying to look to see if I could see that police officer's car, but there's a slight bend to the building, so I can't see. All right, I'm going to go inside this Dollar Tree and get myself a beverage and probably something sweet to eat. Make sure I grab my wallet, though. I mean, basically, Dollar Tree is my cooler now. I think we're going to go with my old favorite, Wily Wallabies. And some pretzels today. I tell you what, Dollar Tree's not as cheap as it used to be, but they had a 2-pack of bowls, so one can replace the cat's water bowl for right now, and I can get my bowl back. I don't know. I wonder how they'd feel. I'd have to put some kind of anti-skid stuff on the bottom. I wonder how they feel about having one of these for their cat food too. But I got the pretzels, the Wily Wallabies, 2 Cokes, ideally 1 for now, and then I'm gonna keep 1 up here so when it gets colder tonight, before I go to work, it should be back to being cold again, since I don't have a 12-volt cooler. And I got some more AAA batteries. I already have some, but I'm grabbing another pack because right now it's just easier to take these to the back and put them in one of my lights that's starting to fail than it is to go dig out the other ones. So laziness. All right, since there's a cop parked weird over here as well, and the fact that that's like a kid's fun zone, you know, I don't want to end up on anything you know, Epstein-like. So I'm just going to go back over to that spot I was going to go to, and hopefully the officer is gone. Sorry, phone was almost dead. We are parked by the shopping center, and the police officer is gone. So I think he was just in there getting his workout in. That makes sense. You know, if money wasn't an issue, and we're getting there, I would probably even consider joining this gym. It's not a big chain gym, but it's 24 hours. So, A, I'd have access to a shower anytime. And B, I have an excuse to be here, right? I can pretty much park here. I've done this with some 24-hour Planet Fitnesses in other areas. So, that would be nice. But then I also think about that, but it's real small. I don't know how they do it. That's probably, there's a 24-hour gym over on the side of town where the Bass Pro and stuff is. The problem is it's a small one, and I have a sneaking suspicion what would be their shower is basically like a single bathroom that just happens to have a shower in it. I've had some gyms like that before too. Not terrible, but all it takes is for one other person to be there or someone to have to use the bathroom and you're in the shower. So not the most ideal. I really wish one of these larger, like, see, this one right here I know has a couple locations. If they put one of these over on that side, I would 100% sign up. Because between my Planet Fitness and this, I'd be good to go. Static wise, I could hit these things like this and then Planet Fitness for all my other travels. All right, we are here. I'm getting ready to open up the back door and we'll see if the cats are up and about. I think they are. It's pretty warm now. I think we're getting to, it's 59 or something like outside, but with the sun hitting the van and everything, I think we're somewhere in the neighborhood of probably about 65. So, which is great for the cats. They like that stuff. So, let's see what happens. I don't have a lot of room right now because I've been throwing my stuff over here, but let's see. A lot of times they'll run to the front, but then when I go to the back, they'll realize that there's cat food and stuff involved, so they run right back to the back. I'll move all this stuff here, because they generally, let me see, can I get it over there? Oh, try. Give me a second. Come on. Who wants up? Come on. Go, Bimo, go. Boom, Bimo. Anybody else? Good girl. Hey, Betty Grable. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. You got it. Come on, baby. Come on. Nope, you don't want to come up? Waddle's just laying on my bed. He's not even interested. Come on, Happy. Hap, hap. Come on. You got it. You got it, girl. Good job, Bimo. Bimo went on the dashboard, so now it's Happy's turn. Boom. And there's Happy. I guess you guys can see her. Hey, Bimo. Your eye's watering again, girl. What's going on with that eye, huh? Here comes Waddles. Oof. There's a big Waddles. Good boy. And let's do this. All right, you guys enjoy your view, okay? They get to see this, so the cars go by, and birds like to land right there. Isn't that right, big dog? Grable's right here, everybody. Hey, Grabe. All right, everyone. I'm going to the back. I'm going to try to sweep up some of that stuff on the floor and maybe crack out the shop vac. Talk to you a little later. Good evening, everyone. It's about time for me to go to work. I'm just waiting for my windshield to unfog so I can make it there. Unfortunately, I didn't factor in the unfogging as usual, so I won't be stopping for a beverage today. I slept really well. I think I slept think I got about 6 or 7 hours. It's a little chilly, but it's not cold. Now, I had my heater running, and I had it running for about probably about 2 hours this evening, just to get the chill out of here. Actually, the chill got out of the air, and then it got a little hot back there. And I was just thinking about going and turning the heater back off when it kicked itself off. But when I went and checked my little gauge on my propane tank, it was still in the green, and the tank still feels a little heavy, not a lot, but I still feel like there's some in it. So I will letting it do its little rest day. Got my heater running, of course, and we'll check it tonight. But it might be time to get some fresh propane. If we do need propane, I'll run on that side of town. I have a half a tank of gas, so I'll probably swing in the Buc-ee's and get some gas if that's the case. Just get the stuff that I usually take care of when I'm on that side of town handled. The good thing is, since I haven't been going to that side of town, and if I didn't have to go that one day, we'd have even more, but my gas has been lasting me. We've gone about 3 weeks on this tank, I think. That's the beauty of working every day and staying close. During the day, I can just park and sleep anywhere and no one really bothers me, and at night I'm at work. So it all really works out. It's taking its toll on me, but it's all really working out. Alright, I think I'm defrosted enough, whatever you want to call it. Alright, we've made it to the shopping center. So now we just got to pull into my favorite, or usual at least. I think we can call it my favorite spot. Alright, gang, we have made it. Pretty much just in time to go in. I had a good day. I had some of those snacks that we got at Dollar Tree. I ate all the Wily Wallabies. I watched about 2 or 3 episodes of Supernatural. I'm finally into the seasons that I've only watched a couple episodes of in reruns. Back when I had regular TV and I was watching stuff on like TNT or something at the gym, I think maybe. I think that's what I did. It was at the gym, not on regular TV. The cats had a ball. I had the divider open and they were just going back and forth. BMO started at the front laying down, and everybody came up to the front and was chilling. And BMO decided she had enough sun, and she took advantage of the cat bed everyone fights over being available, and she curled up and went to sleep there. Eventually, Waddles came to the back. He was laying on the dashboard a lot, so I think he finally got tired. But I mean, they were chasing each other back and forth, because when I have the divider open, they can run from the front. They can jump up and down, run from the front to the back, go underneath the bed. Some will jump from the other side of the bed onto the bed and go around. So I just have a plethora of cats just like using me for a trampoline and running across and getting each other. So they had a good time, wore themselves out. Happy stayed at the front until the evening. Grable eventually came in and went under the bed to sleep like she does. So everything went really well. I drank that second canned Coke that I had gotten. And I did clean up that floor a little bit. I'll try to get a picture up here. Maybe I'll do one of these, this picture here. And then it looks pretty decent. Like I said, I'm hesitant to take the other one off right now because it's kind of the only thing stopping my folding table from sliding, because the legs fit right behind it and it's against the wall. But I might try seeing at least if the bolts come out easily tomorrow. But I've had a good day, and I hope that you have as well. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Vannible, signing off.